What's going on, everyone? This is an active rest day or an active recovery day. What that means is that I'm going to be training around a minor injury which I've actually, which has happened about 2 days ago. Actually, it might have been 3 days ago. So I was working up to a top set and it was to match a PR. I just didn't mobilize properly and I failed the attempt. And it just something, ever since that attempt, it was like about 3 days ago. My left hip has been kind of acting up a bit, all the way down my IT band, right into my knee, and you know, it's just kind of something I've been stretching out quite a bit and foam rolling and icing, and it's not anything serious. You know, if you're into fitness and you're into training as frequently as I do or as regularly as I do, you know that injuries come with the territory, and this is a minor injury. So what I'm going to do today is train around it. We're going to do some light, active recovery stuff, and that might include some front squats and some back squats, and we'll see what else. But for now, I'm going to take my really fancy, expensive pre-workout here, and we're going to get started. Let's get to it. So obviously I didn't have a fancy pre-workout there, just basic coffee, staying with the theme of things. Usually I will just have coffee in the morning, or I'll do it right before training or during training. I actually do have a pre-workout as well, and it's called Pre-Gym. And the reason why I got that, and gym is spelled J-Y-M, the reason why I bought that was because it has the ingredients that I used to actually blend and mix myself. I made a video on YouTube a while back where I showed the ingredients that I mix in a pre-workout that included like creatine, beta-alanine, citrulline malate, and some other stuff, but for the most part I just like to have some coffee, just like what you're seeing right here, and then I just train with that. Caffeine is one of the most effective supplements when it comes to stimulating and just preparing someone for training, in my opinion, so I'd say that that's all you really need at the end of the day. Just stay hydrated and maybe a little bit of caffeine and you're good to go. Other things that are good are creatine and whatnot, but definitely not necessary, not mandatory. So on this day, as I mentioned earlier, I got a little bit of a micro injury. I'm actually feeling much better recording this today, like the voiceover. It's been like about 24 hours since I made this video, and it's feeling much better. So these micro injuries, usually you just kind of train around them, you work out around them, and you do so by not performing the same movement that caused the injury. So the injury for me happened during a low bar squat on a top set, and I think the weight I was doing was like 465 pounds, and I just didn't prepare for it. I didn't mobilize properly, and then it caused this little kind of tweak running down my legs from my hip down to my knee. So but anyways, it's all better and it's pretty much behind me now. So here is some high bar squats with the bands, and what this does is really force me to stay upright, and it creates that extra bit of tension once I reach the sticking point coming out of the hole. The bands themselves, I don't recall what weight they are adding. I think it's somewhere between like 20 to 30 pounds, depending on which part of the movement you're through. So what it really does though is force you to stay, or force you to keep a good bar path. So that's something I really try to focus on in this session. This is 315 plus the bands, and this one was a bit of a grinder because my bar path got a little wonky there. You can see I was wobbling. So here is actually what I wanted to do, again, to train around the injury. I just wanted to do a basic push-pull session. So I basically went from bench in the background, and then I moved forward to do some bent over rows. So for the bench press here, I started off with a set of 10, and then same for the rows. And then from there I went into, I think it was sets of 7 and 5, which you're going to see in a minute. But when you're actually trying to lose weight, and I did this a lot when I was fasting and trying to cut down body fat percentage, this is a great way to work out. You don't want to take rests. You kind of just want to like do your set and then walk directly over to the next movement, and it's usually better if you do it in an opposing muscle group. So for instance, I just did chest and did a pressing movement, and now I'm doing a rowing movement and hitting back. So this is a great sort of superset that you can do, and you can do it with dumbbells or a barbell. What it does is keep your heart rate up and just keep you moving. And then you want to keep your rest periods, like right here, I think my rest period is only about 2 minutes. So again, just keeping the heart rate up, and this is a great method of building hypertrophy. This is kind of like a bodybuilding style, and it's, I guess you could say, hybrid training when it comes to blending this with powerlifting. So usually once a week I'll try and get in some hypertrophy work, which is like a higher volume sort of session, and it includes basically just more reps. That's it. So more reps and sometimes more sets. So here we got, I don't even know what's on the bar there, but I just basically am rowing it out, and then I'll be finishing off with a little bit more weight shortly after. What my plan is in the coming weeks is to test some singles and maybe even do some mock meets at the home gym here or the gym I actually go into, which is Fortis Fitness. The owner of that gym, Sean Kelly, he said he'd be willing to help out if I was to do some mock days, basically to be the fake judge and whatnot. So I might do that. I might give it a shot. I really just want to test some singles and see where I'm at. I may do a little bit of a deload, like at least 2-3 days, maybe even a full deload week before I get into preparing for that mock meet, which I'll run at home. The reason why I want to do that is just because I want to beat the numbers that I did at my actual meet, the last one, and I want to get ready for another meet that's going to come up. So that's pretty much it. Thanks for watching this session. If you enjoy coffee, let me know down below, and I'll see you again in the next.